It was supposed to be just another routine celebrity interview on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, but what unfolded during Jennifer Lawrence's appearance shocked the audience and left millions buzzing online. The Hollywood actress, known for her candid nature and fearless attitude, was initially welcomed with applause and good spirits. However, things took a dramatic turn midway through the segment when the conversation unexpectedly escalated. Colbert, famous for his sharp wit and sometimes controversial humor, made a remark that seemed to strike a nerve. Lawrence, trying to maintain her composure, responded with an unusually stern tone. The tension became palpable. The audience, once laughing, fell into uneasy silence. As the exchange intensified, it became clear that this wasn't going to be a typical late-night chat. It wasn't just the words spoken, it was the energy, the expressions, and the unsaid emotions swirling between the two. Viewers couldn't believe what they were watching. At the heart of the dispute was a comment Colbert made regarding Jennifer's recent public statements about political activism and celebrity influence. He questioned whether actors should involve themselves in such dialogues, hinting that it might be better for entertainers to stay in their lane. Jennifer, clearly offended, pushed back. She defended her right to speak on societal issues, stating that being in the spotlight comes with responsibility, not just the privilege of fame. "Just because I act doesn't mean I don't care or understand," she retorted, her voice steady but visibly upset. Colbert, attempting to lighten the mood, cracked a joke here, but it fell flat. Jennifer didn't smile. Instead, she leaned forward, asking if he would say the same to male actors known for political opinions. The audience murmured, sensing the growing rift. Colbert tried to steer the topic back to her upcoming film, but the tension lingered heavily in the air. What followed was a series of sharp exchanges that only added fuel to the fire. Colbert brought up an incident from Lawrence's past where she had commented on a political figure, implying that her statements had caused a stir for the wrong reasons. Jennifer, now visibly frustrated, explained the context behind her words, emphasizing that her message had been taken out of context and spun by media outlets looking for sensationalism. She called out the double standards celebrities, especially women, face when speaking out. Her tone wasn't just defensive, it was passionate and unwavering. Colbert appeared taken aback by her intensity. Rather than backing down, Lawrence doubled down, citing other instances where she felt silenced or dismissed. It was no longer just a disagreement, it had evolved into a public confrontation about media ethics, gender bias, and the responsibility of public figures. Both remained firm in their stances. As the segment continued, it was evident that Jennifer was contemplating ending the conversation. Her body language shifted to arms crossed, gaze distant. Colbert, sensing the discomfort, tried to inject humor again, referencing one of her most iconic movie roles. But the damage was done. Jennifer didn't laugh. Instead, she stared at him, replying curtly, "I'm not here to be mocked." The audience gasped. Colbert tried to clarify, but Jennifer raised her hand and asked bluntly, "Would you talk to George Clooney like this?" That question hit hard. Colbert paused, clearly searching for the right words. He offered a half-hearted apology, but Jennifer didn't accept it. She stood up, adjusted her microphone, and said, "I think I'm done here." The audience erupted in murmurs. For a few moments, no one moved. Then, in a moment now etched in viral internet history, Jennifer Lawrence walked off the stage, leaving Colbert stunned and speechless. The aftermath was immediate. Social media exploded with clips, reactions, and theories about what exactly triggered the incident. Fans were divided. Some applauded Jennifer for standing up for herself and her beliefs, while others felt the walkout was unprofessional. Hashtags like #TeamJennifer and #ColbertClash started trending. Major news outlets picked up the story within minutes, analyzing every second of the footage. The official channel posted a slightly edited version of the interview, omitting the final few seconds. But by then, the uncut clip was already circulating online. Late-night television had seen its share of uncomfortable moments, but few compared to this. Jennifer's representatives released a short statement later that evening, acknowledging the incident and reaffirming her stance on the importance of using her platform responsibly. Colbert's team remained mostly silent, issuing a neutral response emphasizing mutual respect and freedom of expression. In the days following the clash, public discourse intensified. Prominent figures in Hollywood voiced their opinions, as some condemning Colbert's remarks, others calling for a more civil approach to dialogue on such platforms. Feminist groups pointed out the subtle misogyny in how Lawrence was treated, arguing that women who speak passionately are often labeled as emotional or overreacting. Others countered that talk show hosts have the right to challenge their guests, even if it leads to discomfort. Meanwhile, Jennifer avoided the spotlight, skipping scheduled promotional events. Rumors circulated that she was rethinking her approach to public appearances altogether. Some insiders claimed she felt ambushed by the tone of the interview. Others believed she was proud of how she handled herself. Regardless, the incident had become a flashpoint in broader conversations about celebrity responsibility, media accountability, and gender dynamics in entertainment. Interestingly, Colbert addressed the issue on his show the following night. In a short monologue, he acknowledged the incident without directly apologizing. He mentioned the importance of open conversations and how sometimes they get messy. He refrained from mentioning Jennifer by name, which many interpreted as avoidance. The audience's reaction was mixed, as some clapped, others stayed silent. Critics accused him of deflecting, while supporters praised his effort to move on. Jennifer, for her part, remained quiet, not posting on social media or giving interviews. Her fans rallied behind her, creating tribute videos and writing open letters defending her actions. The whole situation began to transcend entertainment gossip and evolve into a cultural moment, sparking debates in universities, podcasts, and online forums. Was Jennifer Lawrence's reaction justified? Did Colbert cross a line? Was this about politics, respect, gender, or all three? Media analysts started dissecting the clip frame by frame. Body language experts weighed in, noting Jennifer's defensive posture, the moment her expression changed, and the signs of rising tension. Vocal tone analysts commented on the shift in her voice, from playful to stern to furious. A few commentators accused the show of purposely pushing hot-button topics to drive ratings. Behind the scenes, there were reports that producers had encouraged Colbert to go there in the interview to make it trend. If true, it raised ethical concerns about manipulation and exploitation. Jennifer's fans felt vindicated, insisting she had been set up for drama. Colbert's defenders maintained that he was doing his job, challenging his guest and keeping things real. What was once just a 10-minute segment had now become a cultural storm, drawing in opinions from all corners of the internet and beyond. The divide between support and criticism continued to grow. Industry insiders noted that this kind of viral controversy can have both positive and negative consequences for celebrities. On one hand, Jennifer Lawrence was once again the center of public attention, reminding everyone of her strong-willed personality and fearless honesty. On the other hand, the walkout could impact future appearances and relationships within the industry. Some producers might hesitate to invite her, fearing unpredictability. Others may see her as refreshingly authentic. Meanwhile, Stephen Colbert faced scrutiny too. While many still appreciated his humor and interviewing style, others began to question whether he sometimes crossed lines with guests. The show's ratings saw a spike, but not all publicity is good publicity. Networks watched closely, learning lessons about how much confrontation audiences are willing to accept. Everyone involved had to reckon with the reality that in today's age, every moment is recorded, dissected, and judged instantly. Eventually, after nearly a week of silence, Jennifer Lawrence broke her silence through an exclusive magazine interview. In it, she explained her perspective, acknowledging the walkout while expressing no regret. "I wasn't going to sit there and smile while being talked down to," she said. She clarified that while she respects differing opinions, she won't tolerate subtle disrespect masked as humor. She spoke about the challenges of being a woman in Hollywood, constantly needing to justify intelligence, values, and worth. Fans praised the interview for its honesty, and it quickly went viral. Colbert's team issued another short statement afterward, this time acknowledging the disagreement and expressing hope to have her back on the show someday. Whether or not that will happen remains unclear. What's certain is that the clash has left an indelible mark, not only on their relationship but on the larger cultural conversation. As the dust settled, the world moved on, but the memory of that moment lingered. It became one of the most discussed pop culture events of the year. Analysis videos racked up millions of views. Think pieces were written dissecting every aspect of the encounter. It was a reminder of how volatile celebrity interviews can be, especially in an era where every word can become a headline. Jennifer Lawrence, known for being unfiltered, became a symbol of self-respect and assertiveness. Stephen Colbert, while maintaining his comedic persona, was reminded of the thin line between satire and sensitivity. In the end, it wasn't just about a fiery exchange, it was about standing firm, questioning norms, and recognizing that even in showbiz, authenticity comes with consequences. Whether it leads to long-term change or fades as another fleeting scandal remains to be seen. But for now, one thing is clear, and nobody will forget the night Jennifer Lawrence walked off that stage.